I have to say, when I phoned the Adult Learning Centre here in Bray, I found them to be extremely helpful. All they asked me for was my name and when would suit for a meeting. Well, I thought there's no time like the present, so I've arranged to meet Niamh Maguire, the Adult Learning Organiser. Do you know, I don't know whether it's going to rain or not, so I think I better hurry. And it's in situations like these, it would be useful to be able to read a weather map.
After the news on every TV news report, there's a weather forecast, with the forecaster telling us what kind of weather to expect for the following 24 hours. These weather forecasts use symbols which show rain, sunshine, storms, thunder and lightning, temperatures, etc. As well as the symbols on the maps, you'll see circles with numbers in the middle of them. These are to let you know what temperatures to expect. If you look up the weather forecast on the newspaper, you'll see the same symbols printed on maps. At the end of some newspaper weather forecasts, there's a key to explain abbreviated words on the maps. For example, the letter C means it was cloudy. The letters DR refer to drizzle, and so on. Now let's look at this map. If we look at the northwest of the country, up in Donegal, we see that it's going to rain today and the temperature will be 4 degrees. In the southeast, down in Wexford, it'll be 2 degrees warmer and cloudy. So we can see that weather forecasts show a lot of information using symbols instead of words. So you've looked back on all your achievements and decided that you want to take your learning further. Where do you start? Well, the first thing you'll do is make a plan. Decide what it is you want to learn or achieve, and then work out step by step how you'll get there. Your first step might be to look for advice and information, so don't forget that many learning centres around the country now provide adult education guidance services. And remember that learning takes effort, patience and time. It isn't going to happen overnight, and yes, you will meet obstacles on the way. But keep in mind all that you've achieved so far, all the barriers you've already overcome. Believing you can do it is half the battle.
Every time you learn something, you physically change your brain. You're like a gardener, only you're growing connections between brain cells rather than plants. And these connections will continue to grow and strengthen far into the future as you progress towards your learning goal, whatever that is. Now, let's have a look back at some of the learning strategies we covered earlier in the series. First, attention. Your brain connections will only grow if you concentrate and attend to what you're learning. So organize your learning and take a break before your attention wanders. You should be in control. Next, feedback. Gardeners get the reward when they see the flowers coming out, but new brain connections aren't as obvious. That's why you should look back and keep reminding yourself of the progress you've made, say by looking at your workbook. Keep a diary of your learning and your progress. It's a form of feedback for yourself. And remember, it's not only the big goals that are important, it's also the smaller ones that are almost within your reach. When you achieve a significant goal, give yourself a treat. Have a night out or buy yourself something new. Finally, remember that learning is an active process. No matter where you are or when it is, every time you retrieve something from memory, you strengthen its connections in the brain. And every time you use that learning in everyday life, you reinforce it. You have the most powerful machine in the universe inside your head. Put it to work.
Stephen is now starting to see the result of his efforts and has discovered a love of learning that he never knew he possessed.
The education has come like an appetite to me. If I don't have it now, I'm hungry. Turn around and just to read little things, and it's amazing the jump up it gives you when you can just get a word. Oh, I'm not getting this word, this is another word today, and I'm picking up on it. Well, my plans is I'm going to try and get my leaving cert and take it from there. Hopefully, if I can make it to college at the end of it all. And if I don't make it to college, I hope, like, getting a leaving cert, get out and get a good job. Like, I don't want to be back in the door office anymore. I look at the dole offers is gone for me now. I had enough of that. You have no pride, no stigmas, no nothing going down there, signing on, looking forward to Christmas. I get a bonus off of the door, like other people's money, you know. I want to be able to get out there, get my own job and make a good, decent living for myself and my family. And I don't want to be better than anyone. I just want to be as good as anyone, you know. So I am, and get something that I never had. And I know the way I'm going, I will get it. I have it in me, I'm going to do it, and no one is going to tell me different. I had it in my head that I left school, I couldn't read or write, but I can't get it now. It's gone, it's finished. But like, I was fooling myself big time, that is. And I'd say to anyone out there, don't hide yourselves in the corner, go for it. They're not the only one. I'm the same as them, there's thousands like us. So go for it, it's there for you, and you will make it.
Well, I just made it in out of the rain, and I'm here at the Bray Adult Learning Centre to meet Niamh.
Hi Derek, I heard you coming in.
Oh, you must be Niamh.
I am. Come on in.
Where are we going to?
We're going to go into the other room and just have a chat. Now, take a seat there, Derek.
Thanks, Niamh. Now, I have a few questions for you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
And the first one is, what happens to a person who comes into a centre like this for the first time?
Well, Derek, usually you'd meet me and we just have a general chat about why it is you decided to come to the centre today, because everyone's needs are different.
And what kind of assistance can you offer?
Well, the classes we run here are either one-to-one or small groups of 5 or 6 people, and everyone gets an opportunity to get some help with reading, writing, spelling and numeracy.
And tell me, do I have to do a test?
No, there's no testing. It's very informal and friendly, and we don't do any testing at all. We understand that everybody is nervous and it's a very big step, so we give all the reassurance and support that is needed and give everybody the opportunity to get the help that they're looking for. A lot of people would like to start at one-to-one, build up their skills, build up their confidence, and then move on to a group. People are usually concerned about spelling. It's a very common problem, and they would be really looking for help with spelling or filling out forms, reading. It really depends. As I said, everybody is different and everybody has different needs. Some people come back because they want to get a promotion in work. Some people feel they want to help their children with their homework. There are many, many different reasons.
What happens here at the Bray Adult Learning Centre is typical of any learning centre anywhere in Ireland. Remember that there's no formal testing, the advice you are given is free, it's confidential and it's totally focused on your needs. So go ahead, pick up the phone and dial this number. It's 1-800 20 20 65. The tutors are there for you and there's somebody waiting to take your call right now. Since the changeover to the euro, travelling within the EU countries has become much easier because we can use the euro in 12 different countries. It is easier to compare prices in Ireland with prices in other countries who also use the euro as a currency. Some countries in the EU did not change to the euro. For example, the UK, Denmark and Sweden. Currency is the name of the money in use in a particular country. In the United States of America, the dollar is the currency used. When we travel to a country that uses a different currency, we must change our euros into the local currency. For example, if you're going to the USA, you would need to change your euros to dollars. The exchange rate is the amount of a local currency you get for your euro. These rates are displayed in banks on currency exchange boards. When you are using a different currency, it's a good idea to have a calculator with you so that you can quickly convert amounts to euro when you are spending money. Remember, if you'd like to take your learning beyond this series, your local VEC offers reading and writing courses. They can provide one-to-one or group tuition based on your own needs. Call the NALA free phone number 1-800 20 20 65 for details of your local services.
That's it for this week and for the series. I've enjoyed making it and I hope that you've enjoyed watching and learning along the way.
We started this week with tips on how to read a travel ticket. Travel tickets contain a lot of information, including the name, price, flight numbers, flight times, date and ticket number. When you get used to tickets, you will see that they all give the same type of information. It is important to keep tickets safe. It's also useful to make a note of the ticket and flight numbers just in case you lose them. When you buy your ticket, you should always check the details are correct.
I hope that we've encouraged you to think about either returning to learning or topping up those skills you already have. There are so many opportunities out there. Call the NALA free phone helpline or your local VEC for details on what's available.
A synonym is a word that has the same meaning as another word. For example, small and little mean the same thing. The small house or the little house convey the same message. The words small and little are synonyms. Now, the best place to find alternative words is in a book called a thesaurus, which is like a dictionary.
Weather forecasts on TV and in newspapers use weather maps and symbols to explain the weather. In the example here, we see from the symbols that the temperature in Donegal will be 4 degrees and it will be raining. Once you get used to weather symbols, you'll be able to read the weather anywhere. And finally, if you decide to broaden your horizons, then you may need to change money if you're travelling outside the Eurozone. When you go to a country which doesn't use the euro as its currency, you'll need to change your money to the local currency. Banks do this by using an exchange rate. They'll change your euro and give you the new currency. Exchange rates change by small amounts almost every day, so you should check out the exchange rate of the country you're going to.
Well, that's it, and it's very sad because we've not just come to the end of this programme, but to the end of this current series. So now's a good time for you at home to review your learning because you might want to take it further. Remember, keep your learning goals in mind because they'll keep you motivated far into the future. Learning opportunities are out there for everyone. Until we see you again, goodbye.